Take a look at this IS-7, just look at how majestic it looks. It has a really nice HD look to it, and now we're moving back to the past, and this is one of the earlier IS-7s, and this is how the game looked previously. Just look at this gameplay. Oh my god, just look at the adrenaline, just look at the way the tanks move. There's no tracks, even when this IS-7 is going to shoot this E-100, as you can see right now, there's not gonna be a shell hole left afterwards, because nowadays in the game you have, track movement. You can see if someone shot you or they penned, things like this. Just look at the tracer. Everything about this, it just screams like, early 2010s. If this was a PC game, this is probably like early 2000s gameplay looking. And I feel like this looks very similar to the early World of Tanks PC gameplay that we had. And of course, this is the IS-7, and you can see that you don't have any of the Type 71s, you don't have any of the M6Yos, it's just the basic E-100s, IS-7s everywhere, flying around, doing their thing. And to be fair, this gameplay is very nostalgic, maybe for some of you. I wasn't around to see this gameplay. I think I'm going to be showing you, of course, a later version of the game as well. But here you can see that the map in general just feels very odd, feels very weird. All the sounds, everything about the game is just completely different. By the way, Huawei are running a cool discount for you guys. You guys can get coupons giving up to 30% off and up to 5% back in Huawei points, which is really, really cool. All you have to do is go through the link below in the description, of course, and in the comment section below pinned. And you do have to use PayPal or use a VPN to any European countries. Otherwise, you might not be able to get this discount. Good luck and enjoy. And nowadays, I wanted to sort of show you the difference in how the game looks these days. You can even see that there were lower tier tanks. As you can see, an IS-7 fighting a Tiger II. Like these days, that is just unimaginable. Can you think about a tier 8 going up against a tier 10? I really don't think so. And previously, of course, Pramo didn't have less damage into it. So you could just pretty much load up full gold and play as long as you wanted, because you could pen everything in front of you, and it pretty much removed armor from the game for a while. So, of course, the gameplay is going to be a little bit different. Everything about the game is completely changed now. And I feel like it's good. The way at least World of Tanks Blitz is heading, at least visually and in terms of gameplay, is quite nice. I'm not going to be talking too much about the premium and collectibles, because I feel like in that regard, Wargaming has messed up a lot. Because initially, a lot of the premium tanks were pretty, okay, actually. They were not very bad in terms of balance, but these days you have some really OP tanks in the game. But back in the day, you didn't have any crazy VK90s, you didn't have T22 mediums as when it first came out, you didn't have any smashers or annihilators, you just had a bunch of tech trade tanks and very similar tanks you could get from the shop. And I mean, you couldn't even get a tier 10 premium at the start. I mean, that was sort of unimaginable to a lot of people. And nowadays you can just buy your way to tier 10, which is quite an interesting development. Even here, you can see the way the tanks die, and the way you kill tanks is just very different. And of course, visually, World of Tanks Blitz is in a much better place. Now in this second clip, you can see a little bit of a newer version of Blitz from 5 to 6 years ago, and here you can still see how different the game is, but visually it's a little bit nicer. It's more similar to the gameplay we have these days, because some of the buttons haven't changed, and you can really feel how old Blitz is. I mean, just look at the buttons, just look at how they pretty much haven't changed. This was Blitz, at least more or less similar to the Blitz we had a few years ago, right? And you can very much see that the game, even the map, has not progressed much. Just look at the map. You pretty much have the same map this day of Himmelsdorf, and I mean, it really hasn't changed. I think Wargaming should pretty much start to step up on the fact that, newer maps should be added, and the current map in general, the map pool from nowadays, should be updated to the HD model, right? So apart from that, I feel like a lot of the tanks are being upgraded to HD models these days. So that's the PBR models, which is of course very nice to see because it's a very good change, and it sort of makes Blitz look a lot younger, a lot more modern, I would say, and that is obviously a very good thing. So overall, I'm really curious to see what you guys think about this Blitz version, or how the Blitz game has come in these many years, because again, you even have Wargaming and I forgot what the Russian version is called. I think it's Lesta Gaming. And so you had that split, now the Russian server is different. You have the Chinese server, and then you have the rest of the world, which is really, really interesting to see. And there have been many developments, and I'm curious to see what you guys think about all of these developments in the comment section below. Are they positive? Are they negative? And with that, happy is out, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. Bye-bye.